I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what was I about to say? Oh, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out the right dimensions for the videos. Like what looks best. But other than that, um I'm here to talk about removing the artists from their art, because honestly this is something I'm a little bit passionate about, because I really love music. This really stands like this applies the most for music and how easy it is, and when I think it's acceptable and when it's kind of not. um so yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. I'm always thirsty. We got water in a water bottle. But so I want to first bring up, you know, my number one, the reason I'm even making this video, who made me, like, what artist do I listen to so much that I had to think about, like, how do I remove them from the music I listen to all the time? And that artist is The Weeknd. I absolutely adore The Weeknd. I love his music. Abel Tesfaye, though, he Abel Tesfaye, I don't know about him, but The Weeknd, I adore The Weeknd. And now I will say, like, disclaimer, you don't know everything about an artist from their public persona, but the public persona translates into other things. Okay, so here we have The Weeknd. He just, number one, he's losing. He cares a lot, and he's losing the war. He's losing, and I feel bad for him. Sorry to The Weeknd, but like, he cares so much on Twitter about this idol show, and it's irritating me. But the idol show is the reason that I had to really, like, take a step back and look at how I consume The Weeknd's music. And I was like, for a second, I was like, oh my gosh, like, how does this show exist? No, actually, I'm lying. This whole entire time, I never even thought about stopping listening to The Weeknd. Why didn't I think about stopping my consumption of The Weeknd? Because I've been listening to The Weeknd since, I don't even know, like 2012, okay? I've been listening to The Weeknd probably since 2013. I'll say 2013 confidently. I've been listening to The Weeknd since 2013. Middle school me does not release the artists I used to listen to. Like, I cannot relinquish them from my being. Like, I really can't. And I evaluated The Weeknd's crimes, and they're not real. They are cringy and they embarrass me, but they're not real. And so I can step back and, like, give myself a breath. I think part of why I had to, like, think about this whole thing is because I'm big on stan culture. Like, stan culture is my culture. My internet culture is stan culture now. Well, used to, for a little bit in high school. So the way I approach new artists, the camera looks horrible, sorry. Ooh. The way I approach new artists is through the eyes of a stan. I have to like you. I have to like you. Like, I'm sorry. I have to like you because I'm always on the internet. So I want to be updated. And, like, I know that's kind of weird or whatever, but I need to be updated, okay? I don't do that many things. Listening to music is one of the only things I do with my whole entire day. Like, I had Seek on Destroy. I had Seek and Destroy on repeat all morning. It's been on. I've had the same song on for like hours. The only reason I'm not listening to it right now is because I'm making a video and I don't want copyright. That's the only reason. I am obsessed with Seek and Destroy. Like, do it to you. Like, it's so good. But on separately, that, yes, like, I'm a music stan. I love music, and part of loving music is not, you don't have to love, but appreciating the people who make the music. So The Weeknd, I really appreciate his like artistic ability in his music. Now, should he have made that Idol show? There's some debate. Should he have made the soundtrack for that Idol show? Absolutely. Because I'm eating it up. See, I love his music that much. Like, I really love his voice. I just love when he sings. I don't even care. The song is kind of cringy, but I haven't watched the show. My sister's watching the show, and I've seen the clips on Twitter, but I'm not invested in that show at all. I don't care about the show. So since I don't care about the show, that's not affecting how I see The Weeknd. But I had to mute him on Twitter so I could stop seeing it. Because I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear with my eyes what he's saying on Twitter about that show. I do not care. I could give zero. I don't give any about that whole situation. And so I'm separating The Weeknd from his music. I'm separating Abel from his music, okay? I'm separating them because I'm not about to ruin my listening experience because he is embarrassing. But that's like a simple example. Another one of those, like around the same lines, is Doja Cat. I have a list of artists that I have blocked on Twitter for multiple reasons. Well, not blocked, they're muted. I follow them, but they're muted on Twitter for multiple reasons, only because they embarrass me just a little bit. Doja Cat is one of my biggest embarrassments. I adore her, okay? But she's not funny, she's corny, and she reminds me of the person I used to be in middle school. And for her to be grown, and she reminded me of who I was in middle school, I get secondhand embarrassment, and I want to claw out my eyes and cover my ears. So, but I love her. I love the things she does. I love her music, right? But here's the kicker. Attention. Miss Doja, why do you have to talk about your Twitter drama in your music? You don't have to do that. But she decided to do that anyways, so now I'm irritated about it. And I really can't listen to it because it reminds me of who she is on Twitter, who I don't like. I don't like any of her jokes. I don't think she's funny at all. She's not funny. Like, I can't stand it. She's not funny. I want to laugh so bad, but she's not funny, so I have to mute her. But I'm supporting her because I support her always. When them people was saying that whatever, like, I don't know, this is not about Doja Cat, but like, this is not how I feel about other things. This is not a Doja Cat video, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not about to go into how I feel about every single little thing she's done, but just know it was enough for me to mute her for the rest of forever until I decide to unmute her again. But I probably won't because I hate how she spams the timeline. I will just follow her on Instagram and look at her Instagram, but I barely go on Instagram, so it doesn't matter. But that's just me and Doja Cat's parasocial relationship. It's not the best, but at the very least, like, I follow her to show my support. And I will keep listening to her music. The only song I don't think I will be tuning into is Attention, because of the lyrical content. Because I know what she's talking about. I hate it. Like, her shaving her head and all that. Oh my gosh, girl. God, get out my... I'm going to play it with the volume off so I can enjoy it. But that's that. Those are like the mild removing the artist. Not even mild. This is like the baby steps. Like, it doesn't really matter. I don't really honestly have to remove them from the music. I just feel a little embarrassed when I think about, like, you ever listen to an artist and then you think about that one thing they did that one time? That's how, like, it's like, I'm, like, they're, not that they're me, but I'm just thinking about them as if they're me. And so I remove them from the music I consume because I'm like, ugh. The Weeknd said that one embarrassing thing earlier. Let me turn the town up so I can drown out who he is in real life, right? But now let's get to, this might say a lot about me. No, it doesn't really say that much about me. It kind of does. It really doesn't. I don't know. I'm gonna just say it anyways, and like, we'll work from there. because I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it's bad. Like, I know the situation is not that good. So we're gonna start simple. We're gonna start with, I'm on my own side more than I'm on my own side for this other subject, this other individual. Okay, Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj she's like my nostalgia beacon. Like, if you want to remind me of when I was a happy child, play Nicki Minaj. Just hearing her voice reminds me of a better time, right? But also hearing her voice reminds me of her embarrassing internet life. Is history. And I won't say it's embarrassing, because there is like aspects of it that are like a little bit like negative, actually, like her husband. But like, I'm going to take a step back from that and remove what Nicki is doing in her personal life from her music, because like I can listen to Super Bass without thinking of the lady that is married to, like, the person she's married to and does and says the things she does now. Like, I can remove them from those two people. And I gave Nicki first because I'm about to bring up my next nostalgia every single day of my life beacon that honestly I've been thinking really hard and going through everything to figure out how to exist with who he is today. And that is Kanye West, aka Ye. Okay? I adore Kanye West's music. Like, I listen, before all of that crazy stuff went down, I was listening to it all the time. And the only way I'm separating him from his music right now is I've definitely decreased my listening, but like I'm listening to older music. I'm not really listening to new music. Like, maybe like 2 new songs or something like that, but he doesn't have that much new music out. So, but I've been listening to Kanye West. Like, I came to terms when he was rooting for Trump. I already came to terms with it, and then it just got worse, and it just made me feel sick to my stomach. And I don't think this is how this is not similar to R. Kelly at all, in my opinion, because I feel like you can honestly remove Kanye from his music. Like, you don't have to be like, I'm gonna say Ye, because I listen to Kanye West, but that's Ye doing all the stuff he's doing now, right? Didn't he change his name? That's Ye. That's not my Kanye West that I've grown up with, and he's helped shape my music taste for the rest of my life. You know, that's not my Kanye West. That is Ye, okay? That's unlike R. Kelly, who he was making romance music, and the people he's romancing up are children. That's all I'm gonna leave there. Like, there's nothing else I need to say. Like I cannot separate those two. Now I'd be listening, I'd be like, ew, like, ooh, that's nasty. And like, that's gross. Like, I can't separate those two things because they kind of go hand in hand once you know the whole situation. And it's like criminal. You know? Like, there's criminal activities happening, and then there's just like this still bad, but is it the next level? I don't know. I don't know. I hope because I've been working through it because I don't want to go against my morals, okay, with the whole Kanye West thing. So I don't know how to do it because I'm crazy, like, I'm mentally ill. So I listen to music over and over and over again. I cannot just take it out of my rotation. Like, I'm neurodivergent and a minor adult. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm neurodivergent and I'm a 21-year-old teenage girl. I don't know what to say. But aside from that, There was another person that I wanted to bring up in this whole removing the art from the artist situation. But I forgot. I forgot who it was. So we're just gonna end it here. Subscribe and comment the artists that you're removing from their art. Like whose art is just so good that like you don't even like it doesn't. They could do anything, and you would still listen. Like, because it's not really like list your problematic faves, okay, and then like rank them on most problematic. And if you only have one problematic fave, good for you. You're living a much easier life than the rest of us. And by the rest of us, I'm talking about me only. I'm us. My life is easy, but it's very hard when it comes to people making music. Why are artists so evil sometimes? Like, I don't get it. Anyways, bye. Doja Cat. Everybody, if you seeing this, I love the artists I'm talking about. There's just some things like you have to understand that be stressing me out. And so I try to remove them from the music they have made, okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't come running at me and trying to attack me over something that I'm trying to work out, okay? I made the video to share this because I know other people are trying to work out this, because I be on Twitter looking at y'all. Y'all think y'all are anonymous, and you are semi-anonymous, but like you still are a person that exists with your opinions and your thoughts and your feelings. So why, like, let me be unanonymous and just say what I'm feeling, and y'all can relate. That's all this is for, okay? Nobody knows who you are, but they know who I am now. So let's just relax. Okay, anyways, bye.